Hey everybody, welcome to another season of VGT competition. This is VGT season number 22 and this is Pro Chosen.
And this is Pro Butterfly. Chosen, why don't you go ahead and tell us what we're seeing today?
Yeah, we actually hosted a forum on the Vile Gaming forums and we said we were going to post some commentary on the first VGT SC 1 vs 1 match played this season, and this is what we're seeing. This is the first match to get reported. It is the red Terran 2Gosu4Ya down here in the bottom middle position, and over here in the bottom left position playing the teal Protoss is SuBZero STFU.
Both players are feeling pretty comfortable playing each other here. They're both having quite a conversation to get this started.
Yeah, they definitely are, and 2Gosu4Ya actually has a pretty interesting name that we like.
Yeah, I think the 2 stands for the Gosu.
Yeah, I definitely think it's true. I'm not going to argue with that. And he's getting the standard depot over here to the left side. And then he's going for the barracks build at 9. So he's going 8 depot, 9 racks, which is pretty standard. And it looks like the Protoss opening with the pylon up here in his base. So he's not going to be going for a mid-build cheese rush or anything.
He didn't put up a gateway right away either.
Yeah, well, he could be going for a Nexus right now is what it's going to seem like. So he'll probably be going for a +1 Nexus build, which he is going right now. And then it's going to be interesting to see if he goes for a Forge, which would mean that he's going to triple Nexus, or if he's going to go ahead and get a couple gateways with his next probe. So we'll have to stay tuned for that. And the Terran is going for the 2 barracks build, so and 3 racks, so he's not going to be going gas early for fire bats.
Maybe the teal, I expect teal to maybe put down even both. Sometimes they put a Forge and a gateway as well.
Yeah, he can, but usually if you're Protoss, you would want to go for the gateways, which he is, and he won't need a Forge with this, because if his opponent is Zerg, he won't have to worry about getting attacked versus a choke, and if his opponent is Protoss, he can, or I'm sorry, if his opponent is Terran, he'll be able to have enough time to get his defenses in place.
Well, this game is looking, let's see what Red can do for scouting or vice versa, too.
Yeah, the scouting is going to be pretty important because they're both right next to each other, so if they don't go the right direction, it's going to take them a long time to find each other.
Yeah, let's see what Terran's doing, if he's gotten gas yet. Has he? Yes, he has.
Yeah, he does have that 1 gas geyser going up, so this might be an academy. Yes, it is an academy, and he's probably going to, when he sees the Protoss right here, he's going to probably have to get a couple fire bats out just in case he's up against the Zealot mass.
That's definitely what he's thinking. The probe just trying to survive and scout the base. Oh, nope, putting down a pylon.
Ooh, a manor pylon going down here. He's probably just trying to get some vision of the Terran base as long as possible, and he needs to cancel this and save those minerals from that pylon instead of just wasting it.
Yep, early in the game here also. Let's see what tech pattern Teal's going to do also. It'd probably just be pumping Zealots for now, I'm assuming. Let's see the Forge. Yep, there's the Forge.
Yep, he did go for the 4-gate Forge, which is suggesting to me that he could go for another Nexus right here, or he's going to be going for a fast tech Reaver drop build. So we'll have to see what he chooses out of that.
Terran moving out of his base now, probably to scout. He has to know he's semi-close because that probe came in at pretty decent.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you see if Red scouted yet? I don't know if he went to another base.
I don't think he has scouted yet, actually. I think he's just chilling at his choke.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to be chilling and not moving out. I think he's pretty scared of the Protoss sending a bunch of Zealots in his base.
Yeah, you don't want to just float Marines randomly throughout the map either. Oh, this is a cute little attack here. The 4 Zealots coming down, racing.
Yep, trying to not give those Marines anywhere to go, but those Marines do get out of the way and they move back to their safety, which is behind the barracks.
Marines think like this when fighting Zealots. Safety in numbers, that's for sure.
Yeah, you don't want to be out in the open field and have Zealots get caught in between you, which is definitely for sure when you got... But he has enough Marines right here that he could push out, but he doesn't know the build the Protoss went for, which is another Nexus, and that is a mistake. When you're this close to a Terran, I think this is a huge mistake going for this Nexus right here.
Yeah, just because it's Marines and heavy number count, and if they attack at the proper timing, which this is kind of turning out to be that.
You do not ever want to give Terran map control on you, because Terran can absolutely murder you with siege tanks, so you always have to keep the aggression on them when you're playing PvT.
Red is getting a scout. Yeah, distance is safety. Is your safety measure when playing a Terran all the way. Yeah,
this is not a good idea for Teal. He's got this triple Nexus, and that's not even going to kick in until about 7 minutes into the game for him. And he's already got the Terran moving in on him with fire bats to support.
He is putting up cannons, though, which will further stop the Terran. But let's see what Terran does to make his actions from there.
Yeah, and Red needs to micro his Marines a little bit better, but overall he did okay there in that battle, and he is ahead in this game. He has a slight advantage, and he's going for a mass barracks. He's going 6 racks. I do not see a factory yet, so he is going for more of a biological build against this Protoss.
And absolutely nothing wrong with that. If it's right now, he can just contain him in his base with this level, and I'd be happy with that as Terran.
Yeah, when you're right next to a Protoss, if they don't have a choke, you're pretty comfortable in that situation, because when you get tanks in here firing at will, it's going to be very easy for you to push up on them.
And you can start picking at stuff randomly that's in range with Marines. Well, usually you can.
Yeah, and I do believe he has both upgrades from the Academy. I'm sure that he has the range and most likely the stim and a bunker going down here, trying to get in position to stop cannons from advancing and maybe fire on a couple gateways.
I thought maybe he'd assassinate that STV for a second, but obviously wouldn't see I wouldn't be able to do that with that many Marines there.
Yeah, and what Teal wishes he had is a probe out here in the map somewhere, so that he could expand and get a couple gateways and then just mass cannons here and survive long enough for his triple nexus to kick in. And if he has a triple nexus, he needs to at least be using them and pumping probes. I mean, he has 800 minerals, so Teal not doing a very good job of spending his minerals. There he goes, but he needs to pick up in the multitasking department for this game.
It looks like he can afford to lose that forge there because he has actually 4 of them. Look at that. Bam!
Yeah, that is definitely sexy. The 4 forge build brought to you by SuBZero STFU. This is going to be a hot new strategy in VGT 22.
You lose one, why not have the other? The backup, right?
Yeah, hey, you want 4 in case you lose one, you still got 3, baby.
No, but in all honesty, though, I've done this in times too, especially non-money. I've built 2 of them or cybernetics cores, and it just sucks because you're in that heat of the moment. You're not fully thinking on what you should be.
Yeah, and losing a couple Marines there foolishly, but he is starting to micro these Marines and pay attention to them now, and he is going to do well versus those Zealots. And this game is looking pretty rough for Teo. He's invested a lot of minerals in forges and tech, and I don't think he's going to have enough time to even use those advantages.
This is what's going to come down to is if Teo is able to get his tech up. I mean, that's just as simple as that.
Yeah, and, you know, the Terran is playing it right. He's only going for 1 or 2 factories, and then the rest barracks and bio, which is good because he's only going to need enough tanks to put pressure on Teo. He doesn't need mass factories or anything like that.
It looks like he's just building another building in his base. Nothing wrong with that. Something else you do. You keep your SCVs building if you can. You have the minerals, put them to use.
You know, to be honest, I think Teal's only chance in this game was having a probe out here in the field. Having a probe that he could expand and get gateways in another base, get tech in another base, and hide something, because contained here like this versus a Terran right next to him, I think his chances are pretty slim.
Yeah, as of right now, of course, I'm going to give you that, definitely. But Reavers, I think, would be pretty effective on this, too.
Yeah,
with
you know,
shuttle.
yeah, when you're right next to a Terran, it can play both ways. The Protoss can drop very soon. I mean, he can get over here and drop the Terran, and he's actually ready for this. He's got a couple Marines down here, so pretty good job by Red, anticipating any move that could be thrown at him.
Yep, definitely. When you have the game, the better players always look at, okay, what can I lose from here?
And that's why his name is 2Gosu4Ya.
Way 2Gosu4Ya.
Yeah, he's got the defenses ready. He's got this game on lock.
That siege tank plays a huge part, and actually a Templar just moonwalking by there once again.
Yeah, Templar trying to save himself until he has 75 energy to make himself at least remotely useless, because right now he is pointless.
Yep, at this moment. Storm's still not in yet. And Terran's just going to keep trying to contain him, keep his base small, and safety in numbers.
Yeah, and you see 2Gosu4Ya, he's actually scouting the map right now. He's looking for any type of expansion that the Protoss might have, any type of hidden pylons, hidden gateways, hidden tech, because he knows that he has the advantage in this game if the Protoss is contained to this small little base.
Looks like SuBZero now has a shuttle. Looks like it's a Templar in there, because that could be a storm drop for sure.
Yeah, SuBZero STFU does have a shuttle with 3 Zealots and 1 Templar in it, so this is going to be key. He absolutely has to inflict huge damage to 2Gosu4Ya's economy. If he does not land a massive drop and do massive damage to the economy, this game is over.
A tank coming in, I think that might be in reach of probes.
Oh, and he
yes,
did hit the probes right here. That tank has 29 kills, so this game is over. I mean, even if he kills all of the SCVs of 2Gosu4Ya, I don't think it's going to be enough to come back in this game. He's already so massively contained and so massively under pressure that it's just not going to be enough. But here comes the drop, and we're going to have to see if this lands.
Let's see if he spreads out those Marines at all. I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's really
and he sees that one Templar drops, and it does get a storm off, and he gets 20 kills with that Templar. but it's not going to be enough. He's getting too much pressure on his main, and he's just getting too bared down on it with nothing around the map. And 2Gosu4Ya doing a good job scouting all of these subsequent bases next to him, making sure that he's not up against an expansion or a proxy.
Well, dropping the Templar in there also just to protect his range from the tanks.
Yeah, good job there by SuBZero STFU. He's doing what he can to try to survive here.
In red, notice how he's not just fully just target firing the main. He's taking the time to just destroy his buildings and take him slow. Sometimes that's all you need to do.
Yeah, you just can't get greedy with Terran. Just take your advantage and slowly contain him like a boa constrictor. Just tighten that noose and tighten up your grip on him, and you will eventually be rewarded for it. And this game is definitely over, and there's the GG. Thanks for watching.